Hey everyone, it's Brandy and you're watching Abstract Crafter. In today's video, I have an unboxing for you from a company called ColoRelaxation. So if you're curious about what is inside of this heavily wrapped package and what kind of things this ColoRelaxation has to offer, then just keep on watching and we will get into that in just a few moments. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you are new to Abstract Crafter, welcome. I am so glad that you guys stopped by today to spend a little bit of time with me while I unbox this package from ColoRelaxation. So this is a company that is new to me, and this is going to be like an old school style unboxing. It's been so long since I unboxed something similar to this, like from overseas and in this kind of packaging and whatnot. So I'm very anxious to see about this. I am not entirely sure what's inside this package, as somebody from this company had reached out to me about a month ago and asked if I wanted to join an affiliate program. If you're not sure what an affiliate program is, it's basically where you refer people to them, and if they sign up or buy anything using your link, you earn a little bit of commission. And I said that I needed to look into things first and see what you guys thought and see if you liked what they had. And I have to be very careful when agreeing to stuff like this. So, well, it's been a while. There was a lot going on at the time when they reached out to me. Like, we had just had the storm, the blizzard and stuff. So I don't even remember what I picked out. But I'm really excited to, I'm always excited to see what new companies will have to offer. So, very well protected. So not only is it in this plastic covering, it's got bubble wrap on one side, and it's got this plastic that I normally don't like, but that's typically because they wrap the canvas in it and it can really destroy your canvas. But a box being wrapped in it, now that's a different story. So yeah, that's that really nice plastic that we all know and love. It's almost like a garbage bag texture, and this is like a sheet of air pockets. I used to use these a lot at one of my former jobs. We would use this all the time, and it's just this fun little tubes of air, and that also helps protect it. So that's nice to see. Let's get that out of the way. Let's take a look at the box. So, ColoRelaxation, create your masterpiece. Now, this company also offers other things besides diamond paintings. They have paint by numbers, scratch paintings, DIY mini dollhouses, which I absolutely love and adore. And they do sell frames too for diamond paintings. So I will make sure to link the company down below so you can check out all of the stuff that I just talked about. So obviously they have their logo on this side of the box. You turn it over and you get some real basic instructions on how to diamond paint. Just kind of scroll and show you that stuff there. And it's just the same. So 2 sides of this, 2 sides of that. Let's see what side we can get into here. I have no idea about size or anything. Let's see if I can show you. So that's what everything is looking like inside the box, which is always interesting to see. It looks decent. Like, it feels nice. It's got a good thickness to it. And let's see, what else? Alright, so we got 2 things of beads here. It does have an inventory sheet, and it looks like somebody has went through and checked it off, which I will also do. Now, this painting in particular, I'll show you a picture in just a moment here. I saw it, and it made me think of my daughter, and I thought she would really like it. Now, I'm seeing a few things on the back of the canvas here. Some, I don't know if you can see that because it's so white, but some little divots. And we'll have to see if that goes away once we take this cover paper off. I'm going to go sideways with it, but I will insert a picture once we get this cover paper off and we can have a good look at it. So it's all in one sheet, and it's very stiff. It looks like this is a 40 by 50, and the name of this painting is called Mushroom Fairy, and I don't know, it just made me think of my daughter and her style. So it's always a good idea when you get a painting to right away take off the cover paper and examine it. It'll help flatten out the canvas as well a little bit so that it's not in the state that it's in here where it's wanting to curl back into a roll of sorts. All right. Ooh. A little bit of resistance, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I can see that the cover paper is pulling away, and it's something that's easily remedied. Hopefully. And I will show you how we can remedy that. There's a couple ways you can fix that if it's indeed fixable. Now, a bone folder is something that I've always encouraged people to look into, or if you've ordered from a company that has supplied one of these alignment tools, you can use both. And since there's quite a few big areas where it has come off of the backing, and you don't have to worry, you don't have to be gentle about this, you can be pretty tough on it. It can handle it. So you just want to push down on that, and you can do it with the cover paper down or with it up like I have it here. And that's a pretty big area there that where it has come off. And so this last one here that where it has come off, you just can do the same thing. You can go either way to try to fix that. If there's more of those little areas where the stickiness has come off, I will show you. I'll give you a close-up of it, but it seems to be sticking back down really nicely. There are some other little rivers on here, but I don't think those will be a problem. I know some people think that you can't diamond paint with little rivers on there. It's fine. And if they're really big, you can slice them open and lay them flat. But these ones are so small, I really don't think that they're going to be an issue. Alright. So now, you see, obviously, you get to see the bottom half. I'll turn it. Of the little fairy sitting on the mushroom itself. Now, the other thing that I really liked about this painting was the color palette. And I'm just really wanting to make sure that that is good. So now that we have fixed that, when I put this cover paper back down, I want to put a lot of pressure down to make sure that that double-sided sticky tape really adheres back to the canvas and doesn't come back up off of it, which should be fairly easy to do. You can use, if you don't have a bone folder or an alignment tool, you can use like a credit card or a driver's license. Any kind of really stiff, thick plastic will work just fine. A gift card or anything like that. And think that it came back up. So let's see. Nope, it seemed to have done the trick. And it looks like it's staying down now. Okay. So, I mean, that can happen. It's not abnormal to see something like that with this specific type of like double-sided sticky tape. It is actually fairly common, and if you, I mean, it's rare really to not have a canvas misbehave in that way. All right. So let's lift up the other side. You can see how nice and flat this side has become. And it's no longer curling, where this side is still kind of curling up on us. Once I remove this cover paper and lay it back down, it should be fine. And you'll know, like if you do it half and half in the way that I just did, you'll know when you reach the other part that you haven't lifted that cover paper, because you'll have a lot of like tension and it'll be a little bit harder, and once it starts letting up a little bit and it's easier to pull this off, you know you've already covered that area. And I have to be very careful in lifting this cover paper off so that I'm not pulling up that stickiness underneath, because it is clear that this is loose on there. So this particular painting, the size of this one, it's 16 by 20 inches or 40 by 50 centimeters. And it does retail for $33.25. So, I will put, after I insert the picture of, oh, see, the corner is wanting to come up. When I peel this corner up, the stickiness is also, let's see, wanting to come up with it. So I have to be very careful in trying to fix that. And yes, my nails are stained. I wear a lot of highly pigmented nail polish, so it tends to make my nails yellow. It is fine. There's nothing wrong with yellow nails. I learned this from Simply Nailogical. Alright, so you can go slow or you can go fast, but I noticed that on ones where the tape comes up from the canvas, if you go fast, you can actually cause more damage. So you can see how there's a lot of resistance in pulling this up. And once I reach that midpoint where I have already lifted it, it should release nicely. There it goes. So you can see a little bit right there where it has come up away from the canvas. And there's quite a few areas of concern there. Most of those are just wrinkles and they're nothing to worry about. So now I showed you how you can directly fix those areas, but I want to show you the top half of the canvas. She is really, really cute. I am really excited. This is actually a series that I have seen on there where there was quite a few of the same style of painting. I know it's very unique, and not everybody is going to really like this kind of painting in this style. But like I said, it's for my daughter. You know, she's 16 and she's very into this kind of thing. She's actually an artist, and this is her style, like very similar to her style. So the other way to fix those areas where it has come off is to simply just lay the cover paper back down and go over it with a lot of pressure, as much as you can stand to give, and just kind of specifically where that canvas head came up, you can rub it back down with whatever tool you have available. You can use your finger even and just rub back and forth on it as well, and that will also help to fix that anywhere that the double-sided sticky tape has come away from the canvas. Alright. Guess you're getting some tips and tricks in this video as well. So let's pull that back again and see if that corrected. And there is a little bit of a dent here. Sorry, I'm not showing you. Right here. But that's literally all it is. It's not like a river or a pucker or anything. It's just the canvas is dented for some whatever reason right there. And the reason I know that is because when I move it, the double-sided sticky tape moves with it. So it's right there. Let's see. And if it bothers you, you could take a little bit of an heat to that, use an iron over it, and it'll come right out. I don't foresee that being a big issue, a big problem. These are really small rivers on there. Let's see if I can show it to you up close. Usually I have to let the light catch it, but you can kind of see right in there where the light is shining. There's a little bit of a what is called a river, and it should be fine. I have diamond painted over worse. That's not necessarily what you want, but it is manageable. So, all right. So that I'm going to actually insert a picture here for you, and then we will go over a little bit more information about this particular company, and we'll look at the beads and the inventory sheet, and we will go from there. All right. So, like I mentioned, we have 2 bags of drills here, and so far the colors are really appealing to me. Now, the picture itself, when you saw that, it looked more like the background was more watercolor-esque, and it seems to be more gray in this particular picture. So the one thing I didn't really do was give you a close-up of like the symbols and what that all looks like. And it looks really clear for the most part. They look very easy to read, easy to distinguish from each other. Most of the symbols are fairly simple. They're not too complicated. You don't want a lot of symbols that look like each other. That's for sure. And the reason that I was looking on the back is because you can see issues with your canvas on the back. Like you can see, if my camera will pick it up, you can see right here where that is kind of lifting up. And I don't know if that will go away when I iron it or not, or if that's going to be something that will make it so that this painting has more and more issues. So a lot of times what happens is that when these are printed, typically ink is very warm, and it will cause a painting to expand a little bit, and then, or shrink, one of the two. I can't quite remember right off the top of my head. I want to say expand. And then they put the sticky paper down, and as it's cooling off, it is trying to shrink back down, and it can't go anywhere because the tape is on top of it. And that is typically what causes these deviations in the back, these puckering and gapping and rivers and whatnot. That's typically how you get those issues. They're not always fixable either. A lot of times that is the end of the painting. You're not going to be able to flatten that out no matter how much you iron it. So at this point I can't tell if that's going to ruin it. When I run my finger over it, it feels like it's going to go away. So it seems like it wants to flatten out. So I have hope right now that that's fine. But really I won't know until I get into working on it and once I iron it and stuff. So let's take a look at the beads, and I'll do an inventory. Let's see how many. Looks like a lot of colors, and I don't do a whole lot of these on my channel, but the way you want to do inventory is you'll have it. It should correspond to your, there it is, to your chart here. So you want to do a couple of things here. You want to verify that your two charts match, and you can do that with a very quick scan, or you can go over it in more depth by, you know, literally going number by number and making sure the symbols match as well, so that you know you have the right inventory sheet. And then you want to go number by number, and thankfully this is in numerical order. So you want to find 154 right here. And I know what that color is. It's like a reddish color right here. 154. It's kind of hard to read because it's a dark color and it's printed in black. And your inventory sheet is saying you need 2 bags, or that 2 bags have been provided. And I have my 2 bags here. So not only that, but you want to try with these bags. It's kind of easy. These are like 200 count bags roughly. You want to kind of peek at your drills and make sure that they look good, and make sure that they don't look like they have a bunch of those tabs on them, or a bunch of broken ones, or that they are different shapes. And you can also tell by looking at them if they have a bunch of concave or convex. This is something that I didn't do a whole lot of in my earlier days of diamond painting, and now I'm coming back to some of my paintings in which I did not look at the drills, and seeing that they are junk. They're just literally junk. I have 2 paintings in a row that has happened to me with, and it's gonna hurt me later on, most of which I had ordered a very long time ago. So there's not a whole lot that I can do about it, but this way, at least, if you're examining your drills, making sure you have everything that you're supposed to have right off the bat. If you're missing stuff, you can contact the company right away. Even with this canvas being this way, I'm going to try to iron it out, and if it doesn't flatten out, I'll contact them and let them know that, hey, this canvas isn't good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a quick pause. I'm going to go through my inventory sheet and make sure that I have everything that it says I'm supposed to have, and just make a little verification mark next to it, like so. Let me show you. I double checked that 154 had 2 bags, and it did. 318 said 6 bags, and it did have 6. The other thing you kind of want to peek at is the quantities. It's saying that 154, that I need 289 for this painting, knowing that there's estimated to be 200 drills in each bag. I know that I have enough, and I have a surplus of 111. Same with the 318s. It's saying 1019 is what I need, and they have provided me with 1200. So that's more than enough to do the painting. You want to make sure that you're not running into situations like this one with 327, where you need 159 and you've only gotten 1 bag. So that's a number where you're going to have to hope that you don't have a lot of garbage in there, and you're going to still have enough with the 1 bag. So let me do some verifying of all of these colors and numbers, and I will get back to you, and you can see the whole color palette, and we'll talk about anything that may be possibly missing or unaccounted for, and make sure everything's all there. Well, everything is kind of accounted for, so let me explain. 762 here. Says we should have had 50 bags. There was only 49. I double and triple counted, but then I did the math, and we need 8,825 for this painting. With the 1 missing bag, we still have a good surplus of almost 1,000. So we're still in good shape. I won't count that against them, even though I should. And then down here, 37.27. Oh, no, 8.27 with a count of 37.27. Should have 21 bags. We actually have 22. Sometimes I think, no, this is just something I've noticed. Maybe you've noticed it. Sometimes when you have a color that is missing, it's like they'll just throw in an extra bag randomly somewhere. Like it's going to make up for it. But in reality, 762 is this beigey color, and 827 is this light blue color. So they're not really the same at all. Not even close. But it should be okay. So the next thing I pulled out was this toolkit, which seems really nice actually, and it seems like this is becoming pretty common in different kits to have this this particular toolkit with the big white tray, or medium-sized white tray I should say. It's not quite big. The clear sparkly, you can see the glitter in there, pen with the grippy. And what's really nice is not many companies give you these really good tweezers like this with the nice sharp pointy tip, but these are really good tweezers and they're a good one to have, so that's nice. And they also gave me the wax in the same way that Diamond Dots does, with this cool little caddy and the circular wax. And on top of that, they also gave me the standard plate of wax. So that's nice. So it seems like a decent toolkit. The tray is the standard MOSFA one that you get. They tend to, I don't know how to explain this. I'll have to just show you. So it's not flat on the bottom. So when you press down, you can feel it move, which I don't typically like when they do that, because it kind of throws me off. So it's not 100% flat. And these ones also tend to be staticky, but the nice thing about this one is you can see on the top how it goes up like that. That's actually better for sorting than the ones that are straight across. It sorts them a little better and helps prevent them from getting clogged up here. So that part is really nice. This is what I'm talking about, where it's flat on the top. They tend to pile up right above that and clog when you're trying to pour them out. So that part's nice. And now I just ruined this beautiful color story here. So they do give you a really good toolkit. No extra baggies, but I think most companies have come to realize that a lot of people don't use the baggies, and if they're not going to give nice ones, then I don't really care anyway, personally. But now let's look here, because part of the appeal for this particular painting, and I'll just use the picture off of the inventory sheet here, was I loved her pink purple hair, the cute dainty butterfly, and of course the pink cupcake sitting on her knee there. So for that, we have these beautiful colors, which are new to my collection. I don't have a lot of these colors in my backup supply, so all of these colors will work together really nicely. They're very beautiful shades of this magenta mauve and these purples and the pinks for the cupcakes and stuff. So very nice overall, and you can see that there's a nice variety of blues for the dress and the mushroom, and I think it's going to be super cute. If you would like to see a video in which I get this all kitted up and put away and ready to be worked on, because I kit up everything as much as I can. Whatever I have containers for, I like to put them in kits, because I never know what I'm going to be in the mood to work on. So if that's something that you would like to see, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to film my process. I'm kind of looking here at some of these colors for the grass, and I'm actually pretty impressed with the color stories that they provide. You don't usually get good ombres with companies like this that tend to go with the generic bags. This is like the most common company as far as drills go. So let me pick these up and put these away, and then we'll chit chat a little bit about some more things. I'll fill you in on a couple more details, and we'll wrap this video up. I just have couple little things to share with you. All right, my friends. So I went over everything. I took a look at the scoring. If you would like a more detailed explanation of how I do my scoring, there is a video linked in the description box that goes over all of this. We do need to do a measurement on this and make sure we're getting what they say we're getting as far as size goes, especially when, you know, it's a $33 painting. We want to make sure we got our $33 worth. So every painting you order is going to be automatically a square, but you can get rounds just simply by, I'll put a picture in here as I explain this. So when you're on the checkout portion, there will be a section that says special instructions to the seller. Sometimes it'll be how you want your package delivered, things like that. If you want rounds instead of squares, you can just write in that box rounds, and they'll give you a round painting instead of a square painting. Square is the default. That's pretty common with a lot of companies. And so I am going to include the affiliate code that I was given. We'll go from there. So the affiliate program, I will earn a small commission for sales. It does not affect your price. It has no effect whatsoever on that. I do earn a small percentage from the sales, and that does go to directly help Abstract Crafter, and it kind of helps the channel thrive. So you can click on it if you want. You don't have to. You can go directly to ColoRelaxation. The coupon code, you can still use the coupon code and save 15%. I believe it's Abstract Crafter 15, and I don't know if it's case sensitive, so just type it in exactly how it is on the screen and save yourself 15%. So it's very close. It's just tiny bits off from what they are saying. With 40 by 50 is typically, where'd it go? I have a cheat sheet here. 16 by 20 inches. So it's very, very close. I did do scoring while I was off camera. So I did end up going with a 9 out of 10, which is very good. If the canvas is an issue, if I run out of beads, stuff like that, due to the shortage of the inventory, the one bag, that will all be reflected in the post review, and that could change my mind incredibly. And unboxing does very little to tell me much other than first impressions, which is what most unboxings are for, is first impressions. So it's really the post review that tells me more than anything, and I so much appreciate post reviews. After all, I did coin that term, and I was the first person to ever put out a post review. So that goes to show how important they are to me personally in knowing how good something is. Most people don't care about them. Most people only care about the unboxings, and that tells them everything they need. To me, it doesn't. I am a completionist. I need so much information before I can make a decision on anything. So where I did decide to take off points for this particular one was the canvas condition. I did take a half a point off because I'm not sure if that is something that is going to permanently impact the canvas or not. I won't know until I'm able to iron it and start working on it. I also took off a half a point for the bead inventory. I didn't take the full point off because it appears that there's still enough to be able to do this painting properly. And they did give me an extra bag in one of the categories. Overall, I don't have a lot of feelings one way or the other. I say to see if you can find other videos. I'm sure there's other people besides me that have done reviews. Go read any other reviews that they have. like if a painting was purchased and there's reviews on them, make sure you're reading them. See what you can find. Don't just take my word for it. If it works out, I will keep the affiliate code so that, you know, we can always save money on these paintings. And if it doesn't, then I won't. It's as simple as that. I'm never going to recommend anything to you guys that I don't think is worth recommending. And at this stage, there's nothing that tells me that this is not worth it. I have found that price is just one part of a determining factor. I've paid $10 for a painting of similar size, and it's been amazing. Whereas I've paid $40 for a painting of similar size, and it's been one of the worst paintings I've ever worked on. So price really isn't a determining factor for me anymore. It used to be. I used to think the more expensive, the better quality it's going to be. But considering that this is a very common company that sells diamonds or beads or drills or whatever you call them, it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't say a whole lot to me. I've had very good experiences with these 200 count bags, and then I've had really bad experiences with them. So it's really depends on if you got a good batch or not. I mean, there are so many determining factors, which is why I say, please watch my post reviews. That was my first video, in fact, was a post review on this channel. So, but you know, I'm rambling at this point, so I think I will call it good. And at this point, a 9 out of 10 on my scale is very good. I would buy from them again based solely on my first impressions. I might change my mind with a post review, and then all bets are off. But they have really nice toolkits. You know, they have really nice kits as far as everything goes. They actually give you an inventory sheet, which is such a rare thing for me lately. It might be pretty common for you depending on where you're ordering, but it's not common for me. I mean, other than Star Wars, I don't remember the last time I got an inventory sheet. So, but I think that's where we will end this video. So please make sure you subscribe if you have not done so already. I will be doing a drill with me on this, and you don't want to miss that. So make sure you also hit that thumbs up. It'll help the video so much. It'll help YouTube recommend it to more and more people, which in turn just helps our amazing and wonderful family grow. Hit the bell so that you will be notified when I do the drill with me on this. And then when it's done, you'll also be notified when I do the post review on this, as well as everything else that I have on my channel. I have a sealant series going on right now. I'm working on round 3 of Project Amazon, and all the other things that I have going on with this channel. And with that, I will let you go. Have an awesome day. Have fun doing whatever it is that truly makes you happy. I love you, friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.